on the phone. David, what can you tell us?
Will, not perhaps a surprise for many people who've been following the saga of Xerox's attempt to buy Hewlett-Packard, the far larger HP, of course, than Xerox. But we can tell you now, and an official release is not yet out, but Xerox has stopped its pursuit. It will drop its tender, stop the proxy for the board of directors. Actually, not completely sure in terms of where they stand on whether they're going to withdraw the proxy, but they are withdrawing their attempts to acquire the company. Remember, they had also been seeking to replace all of HP's directors. It was, well, an unlikely fight really from the start, but certainly one that got a lot more complicated given HP's intransigence, Xerox would say, or certainly unwillingness on HP's part to actually engage in a meaningful way. And most importantly, of course, the worldwide pandemic that has gripped the markets and gripped so many industries along the way, which simply were too much for Xerox to overcome. As unlikely as it ever would have been, Wilf, that a company with a $4 billion market value could have successfully acquired one with a $24 billion market value.
No, I imagine, David, that deal activity has ground to a halt. Are there any other known ones that were out there that could fall apart, or ones that aren't happening as a result of how the world's changed?
This obviously was never a contract, as you know, Sarah, so it's not as though they had an agreed-upon deal and one side was trying to get out, which we are starting to see some signs of in various deals. This morning I mentioned a small one between Delphi being bought by Borg-Warner trying to use the fact that Delphi pulled down a $500 million revolving credit facility as a reason for trying to say it's null and void. Unclear whether that's going to happen. Interestingly, tomorrow we're going to get the close of Sprint and T-Mobile, a deal almost 2 years in process. And we also saw that GE deal to sell its that bio business to Danaher. So we are seeing some deals close, others that are actually under contract. We can imagine the buyers are certainly having second thoughts. If they could figure out a way out, they would, Sarah, but very much unclear whether they'll be able to. And then deals that never really got there, a la Xerox's pursuit of HP, always thought to be a difficult one. The hope, of course, had been there would be consolidation, and many thought perhaps HP would turn around and finally say, okay, we will buy you, Xerox, because there are benefits to our two companies being together. Another one this morning was Axalta, which was a long-rumored leveraged buyout. The company had been for sale. They actually were getting quite close with PPG and Clayton and Dubilier, but again, that one also falling victim to the current economic conditions.